So, to this morning, I woke up really, really early because I needed to take a photo for a license. And license photos, they have to have like the official photo. You have to get like a photographer to like give you the official date and everything and blah blah blah. So I woke up early and I actually tried to like look nice. And I do look nice. I straightened my hair so that my hair wouldn't get in my face. And then I wore some nice clothes, even though it really wouldn't have mattered because they only take like the first, like the top area of your face basically. But just have that like, because I want to go outside too and have a nice day and have a nice drink. And I got this really, really good hot chocolate. It's super duper good. And I got a nice sandwich too.
Yummy.
So I went to this place that takes photos, and then this guy makes me wait for like 20 minutes. And I'm okay, I don't mind waiting. I'm waiting there like, oh, okay, but they're probably really busy, even though I was in the photography store and there was literally no customers. But I was like, okay, that's fine. I was in a good mood, okay? I was in a very good mood. I was happy. You could have bitch slapped me and I've been like, oh, it's okay. We all make accidents and mistakes, I was like in that kind of mood. And then finally, after 20 minutes, this photography guy decides to come out. He comes out walking like he's literally like coming out from this like employee room, walking like he's racing a turtle. I've never seen anybody walk so slow. Like even my grandma, who's not here anymore, walks faster than him. So like I was just like, take your time, bro. Like I get it, okay? 420, woo! But like, hurry. I have a stream in like an hour and a half, so can't really take your time for like the next hour. This guy walks up and he's like, hello, and I'm like, hi. And he's like, what? Are you the girl who needs to take the photo? I'm looking around like there's, just checking if there's anybody else in the store. Like, yeah, I think that's me. And he's like chuckling like, ha ha ha, okay. Could you help me bring out the lighting? And I was like, okay. I just want you guys to know this person was not like super old. It's probably like, I'd say like about 40s or maybe like late 30s or something, So I don't work there, obviously. But I like, help out anyways because I don't mind. Like, who cares? So I like bring out the chair, I bring out the lighting, I like prop the chair. And he's like, oh my god, you're such a dear, thank you. I'm like, no worries. And then he asks me to sit down and he turns on the light because usually you need like a little bit of backlighting so that you can get a proper front photo. And this guy I guess got the wrong camera or something. So like he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong camera. This camera is for this license. I'll be right back. And I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting there and then I'm waiting like another 20 minutes for him to find the right camera. I don't know what he's doing back there. And then and then I'm literally just sitting there, and then there are these customers that come in, and he's like the only guy working, and everyone else is just like, oh, excuse me, I'm looking for I'm like, oh, sorry, I don't work here. I don't know, like I'm the girl sitting on a stool, obviously I look like I don't work there, so I was like really confused. A lot of people were like, oh, sorry, are you in line? And I'm like, no, I'm sitting down for a photo. But I don't know, some people I think they just see people and they're just like, oh, hello, or do you work here? Like, I was basically like part-time this morning for like at least an hour. So like he finally comes out and he's just like, I'll help everyone in a moment, I gotta take this beautiful lady's photo, and I'm just like, oh, thank you. But inside I'm just like, hurry up, please. And I was like, did you get the right camera? And he's like, yes, I did. I was like, amazing. Okay, and then so I'm sitting here, and finally, like in a total of 40-ish minutes, we've finally gotten to take the photo. So I'm sitting there. He's like trying to find a good angle. He didn't take the photo yet. He was trying to like, you know, he's like, I'm gonna take a test photo and just see like how the lighting is. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then like, you know, I was kind of like fixing my hair. He just like flashes the camera at me like, and I was like, oh, my eyes. And he's like, yeah, sorry, that's just a test. Don't worry about it. And I was like, okay. So then he's like, oh, you have a little bit of like a... He didn't say anything. He just gave me a box of tissues. And he's like, yeah, could you just like, dab a little bit here, like on your forehead, like, and then a little bit like on your cheeks. And I was like, okay. And then I realized like, oh, okay, so there's a little bit, like just a tad bit of like oil shine that he's asking me to like get rid of with the tissue paper. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, you know, just because this picture is going to be like for a license, so your face needs to be like, you know, it needs to be seen. So I do that, and then I sit back down, and he's like, okay, now look straight. And I was like this, okay? I was like this. And he's like, okay, wait, don't smile. And I was like, oh yeah, sorry, because I forgot, you know, you're not really supposed to smile for the license photos. So I was like this. Like this, and he's like, no, stop smiling. And I was like, and he's like, you haven't stopped smiling, dear. And I'm like, and he's like, you have to look a little bit less happy. And I was just like, and he's like, that's perfect. Now could you look a little bit to your left? So I'm like, okay. A little bit to, oh sorry, you're going way too left now. You have to go back now. And I'm like, okay. It's like, can you tilt your head just a little bit to the left? Just a little tilt. And I'm like, okay. Wait, that's too much. You have to go back a little bit. I'm like, okay. Now you're going too far to the right. And I'm like, okay. Can you look up a little bit? I was like, okay. No. Now you have to go back down. And I was like, okay. And he's like, sorry, you're gonna have to go to the left just a tad bit. And I just like, I didn't even move. And he's like, perfect. And he's like, but you have to look really, you're too happy. And now I'm just like... So basically, I don't know, like, I feel like this is the type of photo you'd be taking for like a mugshot or something. So congratulations, everybody. Enna Alouette has her very first mugshot photo, just in case in the future, you know, if I ever like, you know, break the law or anything, I already have a photo prepared. And this photo was taken on April 20th, 2022. So yeah, and like, and then afterwards, after all that, he took the photo and he's like, oh, actually, your bangs are going to be a problem. They're too in your face. And I'm like, no, they're not. They're not at all. Like, you can see my eyes. You can, like, you can see. Like, they're not super long. But he's like, you're gonna have to move your bangs. And I'm like, okay. So, you know, my bangs are kind of short. So, like, I moved it to the very side. And he's like, no. You have to move it like... You have to get them out, like, of your entire forehead. And I'm like, I'm just thinking, like, but the last 5 years ago when I took this photo, like, they allowed me to have my bangs in. And I was just very confused. So basically, I'll draw it for you guys. Hold on, let me draw it for you guys. This music really fits the mood of my, Okay. I'm gonna draw it, okay? So basically... Oh, my face is not a square. Hold on. Basically, my bangs... Like, because they were not very... Like, my bangs are short, so if I put them all to one side, like, the other side kind of, like, doesn't go all the way across. Because it's just too... It's too short. So what ended up happening was my bangs basically split, and I was really ugly. But apparently to this guy, it was perfect. So hold on, let me try to... It was basically like this. It was so nasty. I hate it so much. Okay? And like, I don't understand. Like, I don't. Like, my bangs are not even that long. It's so ugly. And on top of that, I wasn't smiling. And you know, he asked me to put my side. He asked me to put my side bangs, or what's it called, my side hair, like behind my head, for some reason too. Just so like you could get like a clearer picture of my entire face. So my ears were out too, so I looked like a fucking monkey. Okay, and you know, I had straight hair today. Like I'd straighten my hair so that my hair wouldn't get in the way of my face. But he asked me to do all this. So I'm like, what's the point of doing my hair, you know? Like, I had, like, literally a Lyra Pandora straight hair. But it was just really long, right? Because I have really long hair. And then, like, he asked me to put all that behind my face. So I just have, like, this poofy ball of hair behind me with my monkey ears sticking out. And then I have, like, split bangs like this. And on top of that, I'm, like, scowling, you know? I'm doing a scowl face. It was so ugly. I've never felt so ugly in my life. I looked at my license, like my expired license, from that I took, the expired license photo that I took like about 5 or 6 years ago, and I looked at it this morning and I was like, this is so ugly. I'm gonna take a really good one today. And that's why I was like doing my hair and, you know, getting the hair out of my face and washing my face and, like, you know, making sure I look healthy and nice. Even if I couldn't smile, you know, you could still look pretty good on default. This man managed to make me look like the world's most wanted criminal. Like, what has happened? Like, I literally look like I either just got into jail or I just got out of jail and they're telling the entire world to be careful of me. So, thank you very much, Mr. Photographer. You did a great job. On top of that, I had to pay like $20 for this ugly photo because it's quote-unquote official. So, yeah. And I wanted to retake it, but I didn't have any time because I needed to come home and, like, you know, start the stream, and I didn't want to be late. So, like, you know. And plus, he had, like, all these other customers helping, and he was apparently the only employee that was of existence in this store. So, it was very, very... Yes, it was $20. It really was, plus tax, so... Well, nobody will ever look at my license photo except for, you know, the police officers, if I ever bump into them, or like if I need to show identification somewhere. But yep, I was going to use this photo for the next 10 years, but I think I'm just gonna use it for 3. I looked at it, I'm just like, yep, this is, I'm gonna set it so that I have to renew my license in about 3 years so that I don't have to, like, see this photo ever again. It was the ugliest photo I've ever taken in my life. It was uglier than when I was, like, in puberty. I was so surprised I could still look this ugly to this day. I kind of thought I had a glow up, but never mind. It was absolutely positively so ugly. Like, Jesus Christ. I looked at it and I'm just like, oh my god, thank you for reminding me that I'm a fucking ugly bitch. Thank you. Okay, let's start the game. Woo! There's my rant for the morning. Thanks, guys. You're the best.